Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Free Fire Pro League Dream Team weekly show. Today, we're going to be talking about whatever happened in the first week of Free Fire Pro League, namely the first and second days. Let's just jump right into it. Day 1 started with the fan favorite teams, Galaxy Racer and Total Gaming, knocking each other again and again and again and again. These guys, they had the same drop locations almost every time, and whenever they drop against each other, both of them end up suffering. It doesn't matter who wins. Almost everyone is either losing players or they're losing resources right at the start, and both the teams ended up performing really badly. Now let's talk about a few teams who actually did do well. We have 4 Unknown, and they are making a great name for themselves. After skipping out on Free Fire India Championship and the Free Fire Tri-Series, these guys are back with a vengeance. And because they were not able to compete in all the previous tournaments, they were able to take a look at what every other team is doing, have enough time to counter-strat them, and then come in with fresh stuff of their own. And they performed really well. They're currently sitting on top of the table. Team captains also performed pretty well. They were looking out for kills, they were actively seeking out engagements, and they relied on their kill points quite a lot in order to get up into the top 5. But they were not the best team when it came down to position points. Of course, they were good, but there are other teams who played a little more conservatively than them. Now let's take a look at what would have been the best team to form in your dream team combinations. Keep in mind that the players and teams who perform well over here, they will earn you more dream team points. So if you had these players in your dream team, then you will have quite a lot of points accumulated for yourself. Of course, the most optimal team combination over here would have been this. 4 players of 4 Unknown, Swastik, Kunal Jr., Dead Soul and Anand, all of them performed really well. So if you got any of them in your dream team, or maybe even all of them, then you will end up accumulating a bunch of points. The other players who performed really well on day 1 were Captains Nivesh and Soul Martin. So this was the most optimal combination for day 1. If you had these players in your dream team combination, then you would have been able to walk away with the maximum number of points. Let's move on to day 2. First of all, Team Elite. Oh my god, what a domination. These guys were able to win 3 back-to-back booyahs in a row. They pulled off a hat-trick, and they pulled it off in such an amazing fashion and so smartly as well. In Purgatory and Kalahari, Game 5 and Game 6, they had the zone advantage every time. But even after having the zone advantage, they took no chances. In Game 5, they sent Iconic ahead on a suicide mission. In Game 6, it was Pahadi. The job of Pahadi and Iconic over here in both these games is to just make sure that the other teams are having a bad time, because they're already struggling. They're fighting against other teams, they're trying to race against the zone. So Iconic's job over here was to just disrupt them and make sure that they die. It doesn't matter if Iconic himself survives or not, his teammates will handle it. The same happened in the next game when Pahadi took the same responsibility as he was flanking for his team. As soon as he got a couple of knocks, as soon as he dealt with a little bit of damage, the rest of his team pounced upon the last remaining team and they were able to win the booyah without any efforts. TSM FTX also performed really well. They managed to bag a booyah and get plenty of kills on the back of it as well. These guys had the highest kill count on day 2, and with these many frags in their kitty, they were able to take the lead effortlessly. 4 Unknown also played on day 2, and they are still on the top of the table. But then their performance on day 2 was a little shaky. So even though they've played 12 matches, teams like TSM FTX and Team Elite are not far behind them, even though they've played only on one day. Let's take a look at what would have been the optimal dream team lineup for day 2. These players performed really well. On top, we've got FTX Old Monk with 19 kills, way ahead of everyone else. Pahadi also performed really well, but he almost always does, so no surprises over here. He also was responsible for getting his team the booyah in Game 6. Killer also performed really well with 12 kills, followed by FTX Indro, who's tied with Killer, and then Iconic and RDP. So if you take a look at this, Team Elite have all 4 of their players in the top 6. Meanwhile, TSM FTX have 2 of their members. If you had any of these or all of these members in your dream team lineup, then you would have been able to secure a lot of points for yourself. Alright, now let's begin with the day 3 picks. Of course, these are just my opinions. These are the players that I will be choosing for my dream team. You don't necessarily need to follow what I'm doing, but you can form a team of your own. These are my picks so far. On day 3, the teams from Group A and C will be playing. So the teams over here are Galaxy Racer, Team Soul, Captains, Total Gaming, PVS Esports and Life Hackers. From Group C, we've got Team Elite, TSM FTX, Level Iconic, Survivors 4am, Yakuza Seniors and O-Powered Boys. So from day 3, these are going to be the players that I choose. I have Pahari as my captain. I don't think I need to tell you why. He is one of the best players and he's the sharpest aimer. We've got Iconic. I will choose him because he goes really well along with Pahari and their coordination is impeccable. Having these two players will make things easier for them. I've got Mr. Jai, amazing amount of firepower and a good amount of game sense. He knows how to rotate well. I'm gonna pick X-Mania as well from Survivors 4am because you need the X factor in your team. This is the kind of guy that will just throw his life away just so that he can spoil the games of some other teams, and sometimes you need that. Team Elite were able to pull off something like this and you need players like this. Then I'm gonna choose Captain Nivesh, a very sound, a very level-headed person. He plays with a cool mind. And last but not the least, I'm gonna pick TSMFTX Fabendro because this guy is very, very versatile. He can play with snipers, he can play with shotguns, assault rifles. He's just an all-rounder. Now let's move on to the Dream Team on day 4. On day 4, we've got teams of Group A and B playing. So we've got Galaxy Racer, Soul, Team Captains, Total Gaming, PVS Esports, and Life Hackers. And in Group B, we've got Team Chaos, Last Bet, Team D Esports, Ankush Free Fire, 4 Unknown, and Godlike. So on day 4, my pick for the captains will be Baje. Of course, he's one of the most experienced players in the country. He was also able to win FFIC and represent the country internationally many times. So Baje is my pick for captains. Along with him, I'm gonna pick 4 Unknown Dead Soul. I don't have a reason why I like him, but I just have a gut feeling that he can do really, really well. Of course, alongside that, I've got Fauzi Ajay from Total Gaming. He also is a very good leader. So Vasio and Fauzi Ajay being together in one team, in my opinion, that will be the bombo combo. They used to play in one team at one point. So yeah, I want to reunite that team once again. Alongside that, I've got Soul Viper. He shows amazing potential, plenty of clean kills, and he also has some good grenading skills. I am also going to pick Tech KK from Team Chaos because one player from Team Chaos has to be on your team. This is the best team on Purgatory, and if you have a member of Team Chaos in your pockets, you will be able to win at least Purgatory really, really easily. So that's my thing. And last but not the least, we've got Aman from Galaxy Racer. He also is one of the best supporting players, so he will be a good addition to all the players who are, participating in this Dream Team. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was my Dream Team. I hope you guys also make your own Dream Team and participate in this challenge. Also, don't forget to tune into the stream and watch the matches to get your power-up codes. I hope you have a good time, and I'll see you on the desk.